Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today. My presentation is on data security and information lifecycle management. This presentation will walk you through the importance of data security, common threats, and best practices for managing information securely throughout its lifecycle. Let's dive in. Let's start with the importance of data security. First importance is cyber attacks on the rise. Data breaches are becoming more common and they can have significant financial and reputational impact on the organizations. And another is data privacy regulations. With global regulations like GDPR and CCPA, organizations must ensure to avoid FT fines and penalties. And another is competitive advantage. By maintaining strong data security practices, companies can build trust with customers and partners, offering a competitive edge in the market. Next, let's look at the information lifecycle: creation, storage, usage, and disposal. Creation is creation data is generated from various sources like user interactions, transactions, and internal systems, that is creations. And storage, data is then securely stored in various environments such as databases, cloud services, or local storage solutions, that is storage point. And the usage, only the authorized individuals and system access the data for a specific purpose with access control, measures in place to ensure only those in permission can access sensitive information. And the next life cycle is disposal. Finally, when data is no longer needed, it is safely and securely disposed of in accordance with industry best practices and regulations. And then let's talk about some common data security threats and vulnerabilities that organizations face. First, phishing attacks. Criminals attempts to steal sensitive information by masquerading as trust entities. And second is ransomware, a malicious software that locks data and demands payment for its release, that is basically a ransomware. And inside threats is employees or contractors may intentionally or unintentionally compromise sensitive data. And another is weak authentication. Poor access control can allow unauthorized user to gain access to critical systems. These are just a few of threats, but they highlight the need for robust security measures to protect sensitive data. Next, go to the next. Um, Implementing robust access control and authorized authentication method. To mitigate these threats, it is essential to implement a strong access control and authentication method. Here are a few key strategies. First is role-based access control, that is also called RBAC. This limits user access to only the data and systems they can need based on their job role. And second is multi-factor authentication, that is also known as MFA, adding extra layers of security such as requiring a password, one-time code, or biometric verifications make it harder for attackers to gain access. And the third is regular password policy improvements. uh, it is important to enforce strong password policies requiring complex passwords, periodic changes, and the use of password management tools. And the next, in this slide we will discuss securing data both in transit and at rest. Data encryption, this process transforms data into unreadable code, so it is inaccessible to unauthorized individual. And the next is SSL TSL certificate. Secure communication protocols like SSL TSL ensures that data exchanged between systems remain encrypted and protected from encryption sorry encryptions and data masking. In non-productions environment, data masking replaces sensitive information with random characters, protecting data during test and development phase. And let's look at the next slide. Developing a comprehensive backup and disaster recovery strategy. Another essential part of data security is having a comprehensive backup and disaster recovery strategy. Regular backups. It performs regular backups, ensure that the critical data can be restored in event of a system failure or data loss. And disaster recovery plan, it is one of the main things which we have to implement. These plans outline the steps to recovery from a breach or data loss incidents, minimize the downtime and ensure business continuity. And let's go to the next slide, that is maintaining regulatory compliance and data government policy. Mm, Data security must also align with regulatory compliance and data governance policy. GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulations, it is one of the main privacy for individual. And HIPPA, and this is a Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, governs the use and disclose the protected health information. And another is PCI DSS, the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, ensures securely handle the credit card information. And the next slide is the conclusion and key takeaway. In conclusion, data security and information lifecycle management are critical for protecting sensitive data. By implementing robust security measures, organizations can safeguard their data against involving threats, stay compliant with regulation, uh, mitigate potential risk. Adopting a proactive approach to data security ensures that organizations are prepared to handle emerging security challenges. It is an ongoing process that requires diligence, collaboration, and commitment to best practices. Um, thank you for your attention. Sorry for the delay, and thank you once again for your time.